Hello people, welcome to Choco Millionaire. Hope you're doing fine. Okay, so in today's video, I'll talk about some categories of people who need to consider applying for permanent residence, especially if that is something you've been looking up to or you've been hoping to do. All right, I'll talk about some categories of people. Who are these videos not for? This video is probably not for you if you are an asylum seeker or a refugee. You don't need this video. Maybe somebody in your family will, but if you fall in the other categories that I'll talk about here, great. So number one, international students who are currently in Canada. This video is for you. If you are not an international student, but you are a temporary foreign worker, and or let me just say that you hold an open work permit which allows you to work in Canada because of a family member, you should also consider watching this video. There are some of you who are here, you hold an open work permit. In fact, I spoke with a gentleman who had a good job in Ghana and migrated to Canada just recently because of the wife. The wife is an international student, so the wife is in school and he himself is on an open work permit. So this video is for somebody like him, all right? So it's for somebody who is an open work permit holder or somebody who is currently an international student. Apply for permanent residence as soon as possible. Now, do you know you can get your permanent residence whilst you are still in school in Canada? The answer is yes. But not everybody is eligible. You need to know your profile. You need to know whether you meet the requirements of applying for permanent residency. Now, as many of us in Canada are on a visa, but the truth is that we all have unique profiles. Unique profile simply means that my profile that brought me into the country is different from yours, even though we may all hold the same visa. I came to Canada as an unemployed graduate, no work experience, and I got a student visa. Somebody also came here and got the same student visa, but was a bank manager in Ghana or Uganda or Kenya or Tanzania. You see, we all hold a student visa, but our profiles are different, our backgrounds are different. Professionally, you have something I don't have, even though we are all here in the same system. So in this video, I want you to kind of take a moment to understand your profile so that you know how your profile can help you to get or to expedite your permanent residence process for you. This morning, one of my followers, who is more like a brother from my area, Charlie, big up, this one be good news for Choco. Somebody from Choco who has not been in Canada for how long? Like very short time. Just send me a message and say, look, Charlie, Choco, our permanent residents are landed. Myself, my wife, and my children will land. But wait a minute. The time where the person come Canada, no. That was just about the time I did that video on that school with the cheapest tuition on my YouTube channel that went viral. You remember that video that went viral and then crashed the dashboard? Just about that time. So from that time up to now, the person can Canada sort himself out, already get permanent residence. What did that person do that is so different from you? So that you can, you know, say me, I didn't like the show evidence. Where my other phones have they? Make a carry on there. Give me 1 second. My other phone, okay. Okay. So make I pick the phone and open, make you guys see the message where the person sent me, okay? I won't show the person's name, but I will just show you the message with the person. Okay? So Adebego, I know say you guys go feel here. Hopefully I not go show the person. This morning, no way the person sent me the thing. Watch out. Yesterday, so you say yesterday. Hi, good evening. How are you doing? Good news. My family and I are now permanent residents. Hey, wait. You put the glasses for there like that. Where I respond to how I say what? Congratulations. It is based on if you get to guy, when I say get to guy, Charlie from Choco there. You see what I mean? So one good news for Choco. But what the person do, we get that. Make I show you another one too. Okay? From another one. Okay. This one too. Watch out. This one, I'm not going to show the person in face. I'm going to show him. This one too. See over here. Provincial or territory nomination received June 14. It is here. Express entry provincial. You go see the rest later. You get I pass me. June 14. You see what I mean? No? Into a receiver. This is another person. Another person. If you look at the date, you go notice we can go back so you guys can see the date better. What day did this person send me the message? Wednesday, June 13. June 13. This one be June 13. So like a month and a half ago. Into you won't know. They cook am nice. This person too, international student too. Okay. We'll go to the next one. The next one is somebody I have interviewed on this platform before. If I give too much details, you guys will figure out the person. This is somebody I've interviewed on my platform before, who is still in school, international, you know, finish safe, but already has received a provincial nomination from one of the provinces in Canada to submit his document for permanent residence. I'm not saying this to whet your appetite. I'm telling you and giving you proof so that you can take action. Me, I didn't know this when I was here in Canada. As an intern, I didn't know this. Even if I knew, I wasn't qualified because work experience is as I don't get. Category number one of people who should be taking or considering putting in their permanent residence application as soon as possible. Number one, if you are an international student and before you came into Canada, listen up. I'm not going to repeat them. You ask them for comment section, I'm not going to respond. You go pay attention. If you don't go pay attention, make sure say you go hit the like button first, drop your comment, put something for the way, so that later on when you forget my video, because this I get plenty videos, you will be struggling to find which one it is. You can't even remember the title. So that when you come back, your comment, somebody might like your comment or somebody might, you know what I mean, and then he can bring you back to, or send it to yourself if you can. Category number one of people who need to be in the distance. If you are an international student right now in the system, doesn't matter if you are yet to start, you are about to start, you hold a study permit. But before you enter the country, you were already working full-time somewhere else in another country. And that full-time work is up to 1 year or more than 1 year. So per this example, the man whom I mentioned some few days ago, and I said he was managing some banks in Ghana as a bank manager, but he's now studying. That person, he falls into this category. Before he got his student visa, he was already working in Ghana as a bank manager with how many years, or God knows how many years of experience. Some of you have more than 1 year. But the minimum number of years we are talking about here is 1 year. 1 year work experience. Minimum 1 year. It can be your most recent job you did before coming. 1 year work experience. And it has to be full-time. Full-time. Meaning, if it comes to it and they want proof, you can prove to them that you have a letter of employment for that job you are doing. You can prove that, Charlie, you were receiving pay stubs or pay slips or payroll stuff. You can prove it. Basically, it shouldn't be something that you were just doing part-time. Full-time work. Verifiable work. Unfortunately, if you are an entrepreneur and you have your own business, you don't qualify for this. It is only for people who are salaried employees. So don't come and say, I'm a business owner, I run my own business. Do I qualify? You don't qualify. Salaried workers, unless you are a business owner and at the same time you are an employee of your own company, and so you are drawing salary. You understand what I mean? You are Kwame Despite. You are not just a business owner, but you are also maybe the director and you are receiving monthly salary. And so you can prove it that you are employed by the same company. Then yours is different. You understand now? Minimum 1 year work experience. If you have even more than that, super sweet. You should be watching this video. That's the first category of people. I know some of you come back and ask, so me, I have 10 years, I won't respond. I said minimum 1 year work experience. So if you are listening, if you have minimum 1 year and you are here, you hold a student visa, you should be getting yourself ready. Category number 2. You are here on an open work permit because of your spouse or your partner, your relative. Like the gentleman I just talked to when I was going to buy the okra to come and cut. You can see me here. Once I was in the store buying the okra, he called and we're discussing some few things about how to. He just came here from Ghana straight up. Had a good job, really good job in Ghana. Left that good job, came here because the wife is an international student study, and he himself came here with the children. The wife came first, and then the man followed, got the visa approved, the children too. They are all here now. So he's new, brand new in the system on an open work permit. But before the man came, he was also working. Good job back home. This man should be looking into this video as well to be applying for permanent residency. Why? Because he holds an open work permit. Remember the first one I say international student with the experience from abroad. Second one, somebody who is not an international student but maybe carry open work permit. Before he landed here, he gets Zazu work experience. That person too should be watching this video. I beg you, understand him? Good. These two people can get their permanent residence before their current permits in Canada even expire. Some of them don't know. This code, Indians, they know them. They use our make I tell you. So me and my wife, let me use myself as an example. Me and my wife. Choco Millionaire, let's say, I'm assuming, example. Let's say Choco Millionaire came as an international student to Canada. And then he applied for an open work permit for his wife, and then the wife got it. So the wife joined him later. But before the wife came, the wife was a professional, let's say an accountant or an architect or lawyer or something like that. So now the wife has come to Canada on an open work permit. She's allowed to work. You see, whilst the wife is working or looking for a job, she herself, she's eligible to apply for permanent residence on her own. She can apply for what we call express entry. Express entry is a type of permanent residence program. It's a program that allows people to move to Canada from all over the world straight permanent residence. You see, if you don't understand, go and ask Jay Kwashi. Jay Kwashi like this. He say he land for Canada straight up permanent residence. That's the type he did. You see what I mean? Me, I came to study. He landed first day permanent residence. Zap zero. Zap zero. Look, the land. So you see, whilst I am in school, my wife can use her foreign work experience and the fact that she's currently living in Canada with a work permit, go apply for permanent residence as the main applicant. Where it go make me way through me can Canada, it go make me as independent so a day in back. See if the blessing catch away they approve them, me to boom. I carry my bag away and give me. You understand? The Indians they do amo. One Indian student go come, he did school. Then his wife or your husband open work permit. Before you go see, no, he apply for the PR through the express entry. Before the wife go finish school, so they get them already. And we don't know this. Many of us, especially from Africa, we don't know this. So we go wait until we finish school. But there is somebody very, very close. I won't mention his name. Very good job back home, manager, big bank. You know, he day here. When your wife be student, me I meet and say, boss, you people have to, don't wait for madam to finish school. Be in the pool, get your PR. You are eligible. Do you know you are eligible? You are even here. You are working. You have, please be in the pool. That's what I say. You understand? The Indians, they know the code. They use them. You know, go wait, make, and you know how smart they do them. May I tell you how the Indians do? They give you the code or if you don't have Indian friends, stand near them. So when they come, Choco Millionaire being a student, he did Ontario the school. The wife, who had a work experience in a very good job, came on an open work permit. But the wife is a dependent. But because they understand how the immigration they work, then you go see say the wife will live here in Ontario. She will abandon her husband for here. And then she will move to provinces like, you know the provinces, the Manitoba, the Prince Edward Island, the Saskatchewan, where it is more easier to get your PR. Some of these provinces, all you need is a 6 months of work experience. So my wife on an open weapon moves to Saskatchewan, or sorry, let me even say Prince Edward, which is much easier. Works for 6 months. He worked the 6 months, then she meets the requirement there for getting permanent residence whilst you have a valid work permit. So then she applies for their provincial nomination, and then she gets shortlisted. They tell her to bring a document, and then when they bring the document and they approve her, because she added me and my name and my sister, they approve them. They go add me, but me, I'm still in school. Are you guys catching the vision, or you know they catch them? Are you guys catching it? Sometimes you may even have to leave your spouse in one province just so you can go and chase it in another province because you are eligible. You do understand now? That is the part I explained. Some provinces, it is easier to get your permanent residency. PEI, one of them. You saw the gentleman I interviewed yesterday. He just finished school, but he has already gotten an invitation for his PR, right? Because he's already in a province which is way easier to get compared to other provinces like Ontario. So please know thyself. Some of you are married, you are here with your spouses. Some of you are in international student visas. Some of you, your spouses are on open work permit. Just know yourself. And ask yourself, who has a better chance of applying early? Should my spouse go and chase this one whilst I'm in school? Or me, myself, as an international student, do I also have a work experience from back home which will make me a good candidate to actually what? Apply. Let me call this gentleman. Hopefully he will pick. He doesn't know he doesn't know anything about it. Let me call him. So I've interviewed him on this platform before. He's an international student. He's still in school. But then tell us to make you bring in document for permanent residency. The guy knows finish school self. So they can't call her right now. He doesn't know. He's not aware. He's probably even not even watching this video. And they can't call him, okay? Hopefully he picks. So that he can share his own experience with you, okay? 1 second. He said this might be live video. Those of you who come and watch in the future, don't insult me for my videos being long. But they do a live so that you guys can feel it. You see what I mean? You feel it. We know the sugar coat them. Yeah. So hopefully, okay, I'm ready to call him now. Hey, call fail, it don't go. 1 second. Okay. Hello, brother. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you, sir.
All right. Do you have about 2 to 5 minutes for me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm live on my channel. If you tune into my channel right now, you go YouTube, so you will find me live now. Right? Okay. So whatever you say will go inside. I want to ask you some few questions, or I want you to share a bit of how you ended up getting your invitation for provincial nomination whilst you are still in school right now. Is that something you want to talk about briefly without going too much into details?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. Now, those of you who are watching, he has agreed to share. I want you to let me know if his voice is coming out good. Can you hear him good? Please comment right now. Let me know you can hear him, and drop the like button to make I not say it here. I can see you guys. Yeah. Let me know. I'm just checking the comments to see if people are saying they can hear you good. All right? Yeah, like buttons. Okay. Yeah, people are saying it's low. Charlie? You can say, okay, I beg, try get the phone close to your mouth and speak a bit louder for me, okay? Okay. Hello, boss. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing very well, sir.
Good. I beg, what be your status right now for Canada?
So I'm currently a student.
You be student?
Yeah.
Yo. I beg, your visa where they give you, it be how many years?
So the program I came with, I had about 4 years.
4 years visa. All right. I beg,
Yeah.
Your program may be masters, it be PhD, it be college, it be what? It be secondary school. Which?
No, it's university, but it's a joint program for medicine. So
It's a joint program for medicine. Okay, I bet.
Yeah.
Which country where you come from?
From Ghana.
They come from Ghana. I bet the Ghana way they West Africa or Guyana for the
West Africa.
West Africa, Ghana. Okay, that's where they come from.
Yeah.
Yo, thank you. So recently now you called me. You missed when you called. I didn't even pick because I was busy. But I called you back, and then you broke some good news to me. I bet what be the good news?
Yeah. So I was just there, and I decided to do the extra entry, and I had an nomination.
Oh, Charlie, they say the ladies say they want to hear your voice. They say your voice be nice, but it did low. I bet you go fit take the voice, put your mouth like you don't kiss her. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I was there, and I just decided to do the extra entry. And then I did it, and after a month of creating a pool, being in a pool, I had the nomination from one of the provinces.
One of the provinces give you invitation?
Yes.
Then give you invitation, say maybe we can do or make you attend some wedding ceremony or what?
No, they gave me invitation. They call it interest of expression. I didn't express interest, but they were interested in me because of my background.
They were interested in you because of your background?
Yes.
You say your background like your rich background from Ghana or your poor background or
my first job as a healthcare worker.
E.
So they were interested, yes, in me coming to work there for them to use my skills in their city or in their province.
So because of your background as a health worker from your previous your country where they come from, Ghana, they say they are interested in you.
Yes.
So
and prior to that, I had already evaluated my undergrad transcript. I had written the English test already.
Oh, so you write the Canada immigration for PR language test, you do them already.
Language test.
Or you evaluate your undergraduate,
undergrad transcript.
Your degree, no, you evaluate them. Which institution will you take evaluate them?
WES West.
West, WES, World Education Service.
Yeah, World Education Service, yeah.
Well, I beg, as you do that evaluation, how long will it take before you get a report? When you evaluated your degree from back home?
It took about 3 weeks for me.
3 weeks for you. And how much did it cost you to evaluate it?
I don't remember the exact figure, but I think it was around 200 and something. I actually did a combined evaluation, one for immigration and one for my department. My supervisor wanted one.
Your supervisor also wanted one, so you do combine. You give one to immigration.
I don't remember the exact figure.
Okay. And then language test to Abeg, which one will you write?
So I did a IELT, but apparently the self-pip is way cheaper.
The self-pip is cheaper in cost, right?
Yeah, it's cheaper because it's easier.
And it's also easier to pass the self-pip. Okay. It's also easier to pass the self-pip.
Yeah, it's very easy to pass the self-pip, very easy.
Abeg, if you know the mind, you go fit tell us the score where you get for your IELTS. The IELTS may be general way you do, right? Or academic? General, I guess.
No, you need, if for immigration purpose, you need general.
You need general,
and
okay.
I think the overall score I had like 8.
You had 8?
Yes.
8 out of what, 10?
Band, yes.
8 out of 10?
I think so.
Your band was 8 out of 10, correct?
Yes, 8.
8 out of 10. And I beg, you finished school or you still in school?
I'm still in school.
Oh, okay. You still in school. So when they invite you, say make you submit your...
The English test would have been better if I had been prepared for it. I didn't prepare, I just did that one day and I went to write.
Hey, the English stuff, should I prepare and well, but you just try your best way it happen like that.
Yeah, but I think if you prepare well, you'll be able to, as far as you're from an English speaking country, you get a very high score.
Adebego, so how many years of work experience will you get as a health worker from a country where you make this province, they say they like you?
Oh, Ghana, it was just 1.5.
You work for 1.5 years?
Apparently you can 1.5, yeah, just 1.5.
Okay, 1.5 years.
Yeah, but even if you work a minimum of 1 year, even your national service counts as work experience.
Oh, okay. In your national service, okay. Adebego, so you work for 1.5, eh?
Yeah, 1.5.
You, I beg, where your job? No, if you know the mind, what title or job would you say you had back home?
So I was in the medical field. So
You,
I was a prescriber.
you were in the medical field as a
Prescriber.
prescriber. This is Chofanche Jibo. You be medical herbalist. Yeah, he was a prescriber. So just to be clear, he's not a medical doctor. He was just in the healthcare sector. That's all you need to know. Health sector. All right.
Yeah, I was a physician assistant.
Physician assistant. Oh, so it means that you take Ghana now, you don't want to be medical doctor way, then do as now you take go be physician assistant. So
Yeah.
as I do this video, rather they think of one guy where they call her Samet. Samet like this TV says that guy they watch him, he go enter the pool tomorrow nah. Because his profile is also just like you. You go enter the pool tomorrow. All right. So what came over you? What inspired you to even want to be in the pool, to create a profile for yourself? What inspired you?
Well, so looking at the fees, though I was getting some bursaries and scholarship, I realized that the difference between international students and the domestic student was like ×3.
The school fees was ×3 for international compared to the domestic students for here.
It was ×3, even though I was getting scholarship and bursary. Yeah, and then I think you also made a video some time ago talking about this express entry thing. Yeah, and then I had one lawyer here, one immigration lawyer here who also said something. So I was just the one day I was like, let me just try.
You said you just want to give it a try.
Yeah, because after all, if you create the pool, you don't pay.
If you are in the pool, you don't pay. It's free.
You don't pay.
Oh,
yeah.
but I talked to some man last week. He's from one of our West African country. Where he said somebody charge him $3,500. Say go and make you enter the pool inside. We be like say the pool where you enter is a different pool because somebody pay $3,500 to enter the pool.
No, it's free. It has to be free.
It's free to enter the pool.
When you create, yeah, it's free. You only pay when you get the actual invitation. I think the actual application. After they've invited you to apply as a permanent resident. You
only pay when they have invited you and they tell you to submit your documents and you are submitting the actual application for the PR.
Yeah.
Okay, I beg you. Which province will invite you?
It was Ontario.
Hey, Ontario, Almighty Ontario will invite you.
Yeah.
It means my guy, they like you out.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I was actually surprised because it was just only 1 month after creating the pool, just 1 month.
Yo, okay. So if somebody is watching right now, where them international student, where they get maybe work experience from back home in a competitive field like maybe health sector or other industries, what you could tell them?
Yeah, so basically you first have to evaluate your transcript.
Evaluate your
so
transcript?
The Canadian standard, yes, with WES.
With WES, World Education Services, okay?
World Education Services. And then you are evaluating it for immigration purposes. They do different services.
They do different services. So you have to choose or tell them you want for immigration purposes.
Yeah, you have to select the one.
You have to select the one. Okay. Guys, I'm having to repeat because his voice is a bit low, so forgive me. I don't just repeat. I'm repeating to make sure you guys are catching what he said. All right. So after evaluating your transcript or your academic records from back home here, what next? Language test?
Yes, then you write the language test. Self-pip is way easier, so you can write the self-pip.
Yo, self-pip is way easier, so you recommend that make them write the self-pip.
Yes.
With the self-pip, then get 2 types, academic and general. For immigration purposes or PR purposes, I bet which one they for write?
They need general. You only need general for immigration purposes. Yes.
Yo, for immigration purposes, you need self-pip general. Okay, and then after having the two, what you go recommend them then do? They have their report, they have their language test score as well, and they've passed. By the way, there is a minimum score for each province or for the express entry profile if you want to create an account. So you need to do well. Don't just go and write and fail and hope to be in the pool. Okay, so do well. He had 8 out of 10 for IELTS. Check the eligibility for us. We need about 6 points. A band of 6.5. make sure that you do well. Study, give it the time. You remember he said he did not study, he just gave it a shot, and then it just happened. But hey, make sure you give yourself about a month or two to actually study. Okay. So they have their language test score, they passed. They have their words evaluation or credential evaluation done. What next?
Yeah, so you can just go to RRCC page and start the application. But our advice, you have other documents like, one, you need to get a proof of your work experience from Ghana.
You need to get a proof.
I have a very good relationship with my former boss.
Your former boss, okay. From Ghana?
So I just reached out and then she drafted the letter for me, how long I worked there, the pay I was receiving, because they want to know the working hours and how much we are receiving.
Okay.
And it has to be an official letter, like on the letterhead.
On the letter, official letter.
Yeah, so mine was on the Ghana Health Service.
Ghana Health Service.
I was employed, the pay I was getting, how many hours I was working, and my duties and responsibilities.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was easy to get because I was still in good relationship. I still had good relationship with my boss.
Okay. So those were the jackpot way they started installing my bosses. How they will get them out?
So you need that from your boss, because without that, even if you get an invitation, you're not able to prove those things. Then you'll go anywhere.
Yo, boss. I hear you. Thank you so much. So you still in school?
Yes,
if they approve your PR at the back, make a note, so make a blast the video again, okay?
Yeah, and after approval, you only need to stay in Canada for 2 years, then you become a Canadian.
Okay. After the approval, you stay in Canada for 2 years.
After
and
the
then
approval, as a PR, you only need to stay here 2 more years to become a full Canadian.
Then you are eligible to apply for a citizenship, eh?
Yes, citizenship.
I sure say the way they watch you, they target that one too, oh?
Oh, yeah, sure. The passport is for travel.
All right, my guy. God bless you so much. God bless you. I better go. The ladies, the sisterhood wants me to ask whether you are single, married, or you are a celibate for the Lord.
Oh, no, you are serving the Lord.
Eh? You are serving the Lord.
You are serving God for now.
They say I should let you know that you are single, eh? All right, brother. God bless you. I'll talk to you again. Eh?
I think somebody is asking of the test, the English test.
Somebody is asking of the English test. Okay.
Yeah, we have the components. We have the speaking component.
The speaking component.
The listening component.
The listening component.
Writing component.
The writing component. Okay.
I don't think it's difficult as far as you study it in English language. There's not anything that difficult.
But Charlie, you still for study because I know somebody where you write the first one you fail. Some doctor be where you write the first one where you fail. Medical doctor. So at least still study it. Yeah. Charlie. I tell you. Oh, big ups to you. God bless you so much. I wish you all the best, okay?
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. God bless you. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. So you heard him right there. International student. You see him? So somebody like him, the inspiration came from different sources. First of all, he noticed that the school fees that international students pay here is more than 3 times or 3 times more than what the locals pay. Who is a local or a domestic student? A Canadian citizen or a permanent resident? So he thought that, Charlie, why not I do something and get my PR so that my school fees go drop? The moment you get a PR, your school fees change from international to domestic. Instead of paying 20K, you go fee drop like maybe 6K or 5K self. Yes, so that was one of his inspiration. See, the guy, they do research. You see him. Secondly, he also said that he watched a video that I did in the past, and the video just also gave him that vim to try it. Finally, he said he didn't put all his hopes in it. He just gave it a try. But before he gave it a try, he had done some few things. Evaluated his credential from back home in Ghana, where he had his degree. He had it ready. He also took the language test, even though he didn't really prepare. And it turned out that he was good. He had an average of 8 out of 10. He's still in school. And then he decided to put in the profile. By the way, does he live in Ontario? He does not live in Ontario. He lives in another province. So how then did he get an invitation from the province of Ontario? When you get to the stage where you are ready to apply and you create a profile, there is a question they ask. I've actually addressed this in a video on Express Entry. They'll ask you to choose which province you want to migrate to permanently as a PR. Some people will choose a particular province they like. Some will also choose a number of provinces as their choice. Some will also choose all provinces. My recommendation is that you take the bus all provinces. When you take all provinces, you make it easy for any of the provinces to see your profile and reach out to you and say they like you. You see what I mean? So even though he's not in Ontario, if you're Ontario, we reach out to him, we say we like your service, your profile, we like him for here. You see what I mean? He's still in school. That's the first one. Language test, academic credential evaluation. All you need to do is to go on Google and type World Education Services. You find them pop up. Their website is west.something. You see it. You go there, you take your time, select the one that is for immigration, evaluate your credentials, and complete your profile, create an account with them. It's about $200 or so. It will take about a month or so for you to get a report. If you are in Canada and you think your profile is similar to his, or you have a competitive background, good. Now, as I talk, the Samet guy, he started message. I tell you, hey, he say, I've already evaluated it already. I'm finishing this Friday. After that, I'm writing my English test selfie. You see, I tell you, the Samet guy, he get a chance to go enter the pool tonight. When I see him every day, then he make hot. The guy make hot like his body they do him jiggy. You go get, is it the Samet guy said, I watch I may be single. Make I do promotion for the sisterhood. You know me, so the sisterhood, Samet, you have to find some Muslim I give you. Anyway, secondly, the guys who are on open work permit. You are here because of a family member, but you are on open work permit, which allows you to work. To get you started, at least get your credentials evaluated. By credential, your previous degree or your HND or whatever you have, get evaluated. Get that evaluation done. Get a report. And tell them you're doing for immigration. All right? And then take the language test. The language test is kind of where you really need to sit your bum and learn. Go on YouTube, watch videos. If you're going to do IELTS, watch videos. The moment you even register for your IELTS, they'll give you materials for you to start studying. They'll give you an online access to your account where you can log in, see the material and use it to kind of prepare yourself. You can even watch free videos. If you go on YouTube and you type this woman's name, IELTS Lace, IELTS, I-E-L-T-S, and then you leave a space and type Liz, L-I-Z, L-I-Z for zebra or Zimbabwe. That woman, so many videos on IELTS. You can watch some, reduce your data for watching comedy videos on TikTok. Use some of it to start studying and preparing yourself for it. Please remember, don't underestimate IELTS. The fact that somebody didn't prepare and wrote it doesn't mean you go and pass. I know somebody who did. Dr. Roxy will tell you when he did the first one, he didn't pass. But that's somebody who is an optometrist. He didn't pass his first one. Don't underestimate it, right? At least get familiar. Know how they set it. How do they do the speaking? How do they do the writing? How do they set the questions? How, do some practice. Me, my eyes like this, I know steady where I go right now. It less more like I fail. It remains more like I fail. So please, put in the effort because your score matters. The score you get really determines whether you will be eligible or not. They have a cutoff point, so you want to make sure you're not wasting your $200 by not studying. I also recommend CELPIP. CELPIP is probably easier. You've heard people say it. I've also said it. I never did CELPIP. At the time I did mine, there was no CELPIP. It was only IELTS. But people are saying that CELPIP is much easier to take. Now, you can take CELPIP if you're in Canada. Good news is that those who are even in Nigeria, some of you have got your student visa, you are coming, you are wondering, can I also do it if I'm in Nigeria? Good news is that you can do CELPIP from Nigeria too. And a few other countries, you are eligible to do CELPIP. But mind you, CELPIP General is what you want to do if you are trying to apply for the PR, not CELPIP Academic. The two are not the same. Some people confuse, they go and register, oh, I did CELPIP Academic, or I did Arts Academic. Oh, because I used it for UK, and UK accepted it. Well, that's UK. Canada does not accept the academic one when it comes to permanent residency. It has to be the general. If it is IELTS General. If it is CELPIP General. Then let me chip in this. Some of you are bilingual, or you have Francophone language proficiency skills. Some of you can write the French exams as well. If you can read and write the Francophone exam, please consider adding the Francophone test as well. TEF or TCF. Go ahead and do that one as well. It actually will shoot your chances of your prospect if you are in the pool. Those of you who are bilingual. In fact, there is a Ghanaian here. Another example, he's a Ghanaian. He's probably not watching this video right now. Let me see if I'll get hold of him as well. Okay? Yeah. He came in as an international student. Whilst he just started his program or something like that, then his PR also landed. Let me see if I can fetch him on the line right now. I'm calling him right now. Hopefully he picks. So that he can also share how, but bilingual helped him a lot too. Bilingual. You can say I go figure it out. It's ringing. Hopefully he answers so that he can share. Hello, boss. How you doing? I'm fine, thank you. Sorry, I'm doing a live video about express entry. Are you watching it or you are not? Are you online? I'm live on my channel doing a video. Are you live? Are you watching me as well, or you are busy doing something else? Okay, so I'm just encouraging students who have previous work experience before coming to Canada, or those who might be bilingual like yourself, to consider being in a pool for express entry before even finishing school. So that includes. I know something like that worked for you. Do you mind touching on it without going into too much details, without saying your name and stuff like that? Do you mind? Briefly, within 2 to 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to put you on speaker. Whatever you say, they'll hear you, okay? Thank you. All right. If you're enjoying this video, smash the like button. Let people hear about it. Somebody must get their PR before finishing school. In the name of... All right. All right, boss, they can hear you. Abego, what visa brought you into the country?
All right, so I came in with piece of the student visa, and I studied, and before I completed my studies, I got an invitation to apply for permanent residence.
Okay,
so that's how I came.
Student visa brought you in the country, you started your program, but before you could finish, you already got an invitation to apply for a PR?
Yes.
Okay, so you got your PR before finishing school?
So I applied for permanent resident before finishing school. It takes a couple of months for the ICC to process. So the PR came a few months later, I think 2 months.
2 months later?
I completed school, yeah.
Okay, so your entire journey from the time you submitted your application for the PR and at the time the decision came out, how many months? Would that be 2 months or a little bit over 2 months?
Just slightly over 2 months, yeah, slightly, yeah.
Slightly over 2 months, all right. Yeah. And what do you think made a difference for you? Because there are so many people who are in the country as students. Why you? What made the difference for you?
Well, so one thing I must say that I followed your channel meticulously the previous year to plan many things and understand the various opportunities, the legal ones, and I kind of applied myself to it. And I recall even calling you, seeking your assistance on few occasions, to use all the opportunities. So I used the economic immigration, which is a skilled worker pathway. Mm-hmm. I applied for that. The previous year, I submitted my profile in the previous year. And then also I took on the course the following year, which was in January. So I started the course whilst I was in the express entry pool. So I think what made it work was preparing, listening to yourself and all the resources available to get to know what pathway will work best for you based on your skills, and then applying yourself to just comply with the requirements, or wherever you need to improve some of the requirements, you should, because I even had to do language tests like twice to just ensure that I have the best, I meet the requirement to the best of my capabilities. So, yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, so you did a language test twice. Resources. You did a language test twice.
Yeah.
Which language test did you do?
Oh, both English and French.
Why did you do English and French? Is it because you were bilingual, or you just... Why English and French?
Well, obviously the RCC, before you submit your profile in the pool, to the express entry pool, you need to meet a certain language requirement, I think band 7 for English minimum. And usually people want to score band 9 or even better before to increase their scores, right? So I had to write the English test and get a band 7 minimum. And then, of course, they have also the bilingual stream, right? Where if you're bilingual, you get additional points. So I decided to leverage that. Of course, I was bilingual, so I had to leverage. So the point is, the whole idea is leveraging all your skills and capabilities to meet, the best way possible what the artist is looking for. So whatever skills you have that the artist is looking for, you have to maximize them to qualify or to score your best, points in the pool. So the language one worked for me, so I had to add French, and I also had to add a steady, pathway in addition.
Yeah. Wow. See what he did? You see what he did? He did the French, he did the English. He said he even did it twice just to improve his points. And he didn't just sit at that time in his country back home waiting. He decided to still apply for a student visa to come in the system. If the PR no go come, at least he go come with a student visa. Exactly. So?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, to add, the thing is, as you are working on this whole project, you need to keep an eye on the trends.
The trends.
What they are, how it could affect you, how it may not affect you. And then you keep adjusting your plan to be strongly positioned as the months go by. So I kept an eye on the scores, how it's becoming, the trends, and some of the information you were sharing. And I kept adjusting my plans, to have the best chances. So it's a work in progress. You cannot just lie down your horse, but you need to really work on it until you get through. It's just, that's how it is.
Thank you very much, sir. So when the PR was issued, was it issued to just you or you and your family members or your relatives or your immediate family?
Yeah. So when I applied, the first application I did with as someone who will be coming alone. But then as I was studying the trends, and I noticed that the points were coming down to a point where I could take my wife and my kids. I then updated my profile to reflect everybody at that point. So eventually I applied for all of them when I realized that my score was strong enough to meet the latest ones that they were inviting for. So that's what I did, and everybody got their PR, my whole family and myself.
All right. So you bagged your PR with that?
Yeah. With the blessing of God and yourself, and and every effort. Yes, that's it.
Boss, you did comfortable lead inside though. Somebody tell me say that when you are eligible for the citizenship, that one you no go do one because they won't stand for president for your country. Is it true?
Well, it's good to have citizenship. Additional citizenship, wherever you can, in addition to your own countries. I think it's good. If it's possible, why not? You never know.
I hear. Thank you so much. Well, at the time that you got an invitation to apply or you were eligible, what was your your total points at that time in the pool?
Okay, I think that I was around 340 thereabout. Yeah.
340 something points out of 1,200.
Yes.
So your point didn't even reach 400 CFO.
No. My age at the time I was doing this I was about 40, so that affected my point naturally. So I had to look for other ways to make up for the weakness, and so it's a whole strategy. You need to assess your strengths and your weaknesses, and turn your weaknesses into strength, or look for things that can give you more advantages.
Okay. So, sir, given that most people who have been invited had about a high 400 out of 1,200 points, or maybe around the 500 points thereabout, and given that some of them are also probably younger, maybe in their late 20s or 20s or 30s thereabout, and you being that you were in your 40s and your point was around 340 something, I put it to you that it was your bilingual aspect that helped you a lot. That your French side also probably played a role. Your Francophone test.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think that, like I said earlier, you have to assess yourself and know what can give you leverage based on the RCC requirement, and then you build yourself to improve that. I was bilingual, but if I didn't take the test, if I didn't do it twice, I may not have leverage that. The same way, if somebody can do coding and they don't have probably a good certification to meet the requirements of the RCC, they may not be able to, even qualify, even if they're young. So essentially, I think you need to know the requirements and apply yourself to meeting them the best you can. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Before I let you go to enjoy your PR and your working, can you just say some few words to those who are francophones or bilingual as well in French, not in English, encouraging them to also look at this aspect of things that you just,
c'est certainement. Salut les amis francophones, salut tout le monde. Alors, je voudrais vous encourager à bien exploiter vos compétences bilingues. Faites les tests de langue et assurez-vous d'avoir les meilleurs scores, les C1, les C2. Appliquez-vous. Et si vous voulez répéter les tests jusqu'à avoir le meilleur score, les meilleures notes, et voilà, faites votre demande. Il y a une bonne opportunité pour les bilingues, alors profitez-en. D'accord?
Merci beaucoup, monsieur. And those of you who did not understand this, but you have the gift of interpretation of tongues, you say, Amen.
Amen.
God bless you. God bless. What country are you originally from, sir?
I'm from Ghana. Ghana.
So Ghana, way they speak the French like that. Why, if you're what place you eat like that or what?
Yeah, of course, you know now. You know that.
Oh, I hear. God bless you, sir. God bless you. Yeah.
Oh, my bro. God bless you too for the work you're doing.
Thank
really,
you, sir.
It's amazing.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Good luck to everyone. Bye.
Okay, bye. All right. You see, I could go on and raise people on the line. None of this was planned. They didn't even know I'll call them. There are so many examples. The bottom line here is that many of you are eligible for permanent residency, but you don't know. Some of you are international students. Leverage the work experience you have from back home. Get your credentials ready and be in the pool. All I tell people is that don't worry about whether they will invite you or not. Just be in the pool. Remember, that pool, there's no admission fee. You are not paying any money to be in the pool. Some of you have already paid thousands of dollars to agents who are promising you they will help you to get in the pool. It's free. You heard them say it is free. Nobody paid. The only time you begin to pay is when they invite you to apply, and then you gather all your documents, and you are at the point of submitting for your permanent residence. That is where you make your payments of about, it depends on your family size. It could be less than $1,000 or $1,000 if it's just you, or more if you know. So I want you guys to start taking this up. Now, this video might not answer everything you have, all the questions you still have. So how do I start? Where do I start? Blah, blah, blah. Smash the like button and drop your comments if you want me to be making more and more of these videos. Do not wait. Do you know why you really want to take serious this video, especially if you fall in the categories of people that I described in today's video? Canada's immigration is changing real fast. Watch it. From last year, almost everything I said is coming true, isn't it? I said it's going to be changing. They're going to be aggressively changing it. I didn't even think it's going to start this soon, but they've already started. They are making it a little bit more difficult on a daily basis. There are all kinds of things going on right now. Immigration is changing in so many places in the West. So if you don't kind of just take advantage of things when they are there and you wait, hoping that you might just, you know what I mean, look sharp and buy somebody. What kind of work experience may count for me if I want to use my foreign work experience? A competitive work experience. Here in Canada, jobs are classified into different tiers or level. We have tier 0 jobs, we have tier 1 jobs, we have tier 2. We have tier 0, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. If your previous work experience falls in tier 0, 1, 2, and 3, you have a very good chance of being in the pool and probably getting considered. Tier 0 jobs are jobs that are managerial. Look, take a bit of a moment and go online. Canada's tier system or not code. You'll find I've done videos on this in the past. Take a bit of a moment, find them. Tier 0, what are the tier 0 jobs? Tier 1, what are the tier 1 jobs? Tier 2, what are tier 2 jobs? Tier 3, what are tier 3 jobs? Use your Google. Just research and find them. And then find out whether your previous job you did for at least 1 year or more than 1 year full time falls in any of these tiers. Number 2, make sure that your age, you are also between the age of 21 thereabout all the way to 46. Unfortunately, if you cross the 46 months, it becomes more and more harder for you to be invited. All right, he is in his 40s, he got invited. 21, 46, you have a good chance. In fact, if you are even below 30, sweet means your chances are even more brighter if you are below 30. It doesn't mean if you're in your 40s you still don't get invited, but just make sure you fall within that age bracket of 21 to 46 if you want to do this. And number 3, your credentials should be ready. You cannot be in a pool without a language test score meeting the requirement. You cannot be in a pool without a credential evaluation, especially if you have foreign education, like a first degree or a master from a different country. You need to have those assessed. You feel me? Now, some of you have the work experience from back home. You are currently here as students and open work permit holders. However, the kind of work experience you have back home requires a license to practice. Your evaluation might be a little bit different. You may not necessarily use WES. Some of you may need to use professional evaluation companies to get your credentials evaluated. Some of you are nurses. You know you need a license to practice as a nurse here, isn't it? Some of you are lawyers. You need a license to practice as a lawyer. Some of you are dentists. Those kind of, or architects. Your evaluation is slightly different. But those of you from the general backgrounds are managers and supervisors and blah, blah, blah. And you know what I mean? Please be in the pool. Be in the pool and take advantage as soon as possible. All right? Hope to see you again on the other side. Let me go ahead. My wife says she's waiting for me to finish the okro. So let me cut the okro. See what I mean? Because I love okro. See you on the other side. Take care. Bye.